Welcome back to another Volibear video. We got a new meta, and it's all about using Nimbus Cloak with Exhaust. So for top lane, we're using Exhaust and Ignite. And for jungle, well, Smite and Exhaust. So how it works is basically we go right into a situation where we need to land our E. You can use Exhaust to guarantee to land that E. Kind of similar to my past videos where I was showing how Glacial Augment works on Volibear. It's kind of the same concept, right? Except for this concept allows you to guarantee your abilities to land, or you can use it as a boost to get your second bite off. So it's the same concept as like Rocket Belt. The Rocket Belt's very popular on Volibear, gives them a lot of ability haste, and it has like an active that boosts them up, right? So it's the same concept with Nimbus Cloak. Now, I've always used Nimbus Cloak on Volibear. It's really good with Ghost. I used to go like Ignite and Ghost, but I started paying attention to some high elo players like Yordle Schwaggens and Bear King, or whatever you want to call them. Those two are starting to play with Exhaust and Ignite using Nimbus, and I got to tell you, it works really well. And I'm going to show you guys two games, top lane and jungle. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit and practice tools so you guys can get a bit of an understanding of how it works and what runes I use and the type of build that I use and why.
Stop the ports!
Your shrines will fall!
ARTHEO!
Alright, so we ignited. You can see the movement speed from Nimbus Cloak. So this allows you to like completely run down the target and kill the target. And then Exhaust the same way. You slow the movement, and you also reduce their damage by 30%. So basically the idea is if they flash, you can also exhaust and catch up because of the Nimbus Cloak movement speed. So that's the whole point of it. And it just helps get that W bite off. So we're going to talk about the build right now. So Riftmaker is what I like to use. So we want to scale health off Riftmaker. So we want to get Riftmaker first for the damage, and then you want to stack health. So we got Heartsteel and Warmog. And you see the numbers. On the passive, you gain AP based on health. So I'm just going to go full build here. A Hole Breaker. And then my last item, I like one more AP. You don't have to go Storm Surge. You can go Nashers, you can go Cosmic, you can go whatever you want. These are all good options. But Storm Surge, the reason why I like it is because it pairs well with Riftmaker and it gives magic penetration. But the nice thing is, Heartsteel proc damage will trigger Storm Surge because it does a lot of damage. It one-shots like squishies. And it'll trigger the Squall passive, but also in team fights, your teammates, your allies will help set it off. So these are also good options here. You can pick either or. You can go with the sorcery pot or, you know, the health pot or whatever. And this increases your size, so I usually pick this one, especially with this build. But you can go either or. Increase your size. And if you use this one, you're a little bit smaller. But either way, you're getting stacked with Heartsteel. And then, boom. Increase the size. Obviously, I need stacks to, you know, and then when you ult, you're even bigger. But you want to be the biggest bear on the Rift, basically. And all this size helps you block shots for your team in team fights. Alright, so I'm going to show you how it works. So basically, our passive is the same timing as Holbrook or Skipper passive. They both have like up to 5. And then, you know, Storm Surge, all this lightning with your E. Like another lightning bolt coming down. Give a lot of burst damage between Riftmaker and all this health that you have.
All will crumble.
So you can see the Squall passive, lightning bolt coming down. So Gathering Storm, over the course of a game, you can see the numbers going up. It goes up to 8 and then up to 24 and then it keeps going. gives you more AP. So when you have Riftmaker scaling, AP based on health, the amount of health that you have, Gathering Storm is just a bonus to this kind of play style. So I really love Gathering Storm, but plus, it kind of makes sense with the bear. And you can see I just hit the proc damage on the Heartsteel and triggered the both out there. So another thing is you can dive this tower and you can eat a bunch of shots. The more health you have, the more shots you can, devour from these towers. And Warmog is when you get in a fight, make trades, whatever. Warmog is going to allow you to regenerate. It's a similar thing to like Mundu, Mundu play style. You make trades or whatever, take a lot of damage, and then go back, regenerate, and keep the pressure. That's the key. And you can use your E skills, your E shield skills with AP or health. So the more health you have, the bigger the shield. And the same thing for AP. So you can block tower shots, and as tanky as you are, you can bypass the towers all day. And so with the summoner spell of Exhaust Ignite, it makes it incredibly easy to dive, even without your ult. And his ult timer has been nerfed, So now I want to talk about Titanic. Titanic is another build, like the secondary build, like 80 build. So it's the same thing as Riftmaker. When you ult, Volibear gets bonus health, right? So that means more damage from your items. So Riftmaker, Titanic, Hullbreaker, all that scaled with health. So you can see the numbers jump. Watch, I'll show you again. You read the numbers, and then watch when I ult, the numbers will change. So during this time, you deal a lot of damage. So Titanic is another... I usually like to take this into squishies or like range targets because my Q and W matters more, and it's harder to land my E off those targets. Versus like Riftmaker, I like to take it into tanks and more like fighters, sustained fighters. So Titanic can be a really good build option. And you can hit the wave from a distance and get that shock wave, a combination with your passive. And Blood Mail is very popular right now. It's expensive, but if you look at the passive, you get 120 additional damage. Basically, that's been scaling off health. So you get all that damage, which is also really good with Gathering Storm. One of the reasons why I take that rune. So now we got the tank build. We got Iceborne, Spirit, Riftmaker. It's more of a sustain type. But if you're dealing with a lot of kiting, you might want to take Iceborne. And it's going to help you get the proc damage off from the Heartsteel. Volibear has slow from his E, he has stun, he has his ult that also slows everybody. So being able to slow and control the crowd is going to help you get more stacks. Alright, so we're back to top lane. We're going to start this game off versus Mordekaiser. And we got Ignite, Exhaust with Nimbus Cloak. So, other thing I wanted to mention is Graps and Overgrowth. Very important on Volibear, especially with this playstyle, this build that you're running. You want as much health as you possibly can get. So, Overgrowth, over the course of the game, is going to give you like another item worth of health, basically. Plus, you got double scaling health on your rune shards. So that's going to also equal to like another item worth of health. Like 300 something plus health is what I'm talking about. So it's like you have two things giving you that, plus graps, and then your items, Heartsteel stacks, are giving you that. So it's quite a big deal. And the more skills off health, the more health you have, the more you're going to, one-shot those towers. So the first thing we want to focus on is getting Riftmaker. We want damage, we want clear, we want burst, we want all that. And sustain, most importantly. When we're fighting them, we get the vamp. And then from there, we just stack health. That's it. We just get a bunch of giant belts. Alright, so I'm going to show you how Ignite and Exhaust can work. So we're just going to bully them off the wave. And here we go. So we made a trade. Alright, so next time he steps in, he's dead.
We are all blood of the wild.
Alright, here's our window. And there you go. And it guarantees that ability to land at E. That's the whole point of it. And he could have flashed out, but even if he flashed, Exhaust would have slowed that flash down and he wouldn't be able to go as far with it. And because of Nimbus, we would be able to catch up. And even if he flashed, you can use Ignite to boost yourself up too. Alright, we're gonna get double plates here. Alright. Kind of bully them off the wave and then go in. And you want to do it when the wave is focused on each other. When the minions collide, that's your window to go. You don't want to go, you know, when the minions are just coming up. You want to make sure that they're, you know, busy with each other before you kind of like bully them. So here's another window right here. Exhaust, Ignite. And I got my ult on. I was able to keep up with them. A lot of times it's very difficult to keep up with a champion like Rengar. The Nimbus is really making a big difference with these some of the spells. And all it is I just need to close the gap. So like when I use my Q and E, oh, we're in trouble here. When I use my Q and E, my Q is down and my E is down. It's a long cooldown, right? So having Exhaust and Ignite to boost you up, to buy you a little bit more time to get the, you know, abilities back. This isn't bad at all. We got the grubbies anyway, so very happy here. Now we got Riftmaker. Oh, this guy's dead. And we got look like bot lane's doing really well. Mordekaiser's struggling. I'm gonna walk up, get this wave. My jungler is gonna see if we can make a play on him. I think he still has flash, so we might be able to. Okay, there we go. Got flash. Might as well get another way. Never mind. Akali. I don't wanna mess with her. She's kind of fed right now. No. Don't want nothing to do with that. She's got a rocket belt. Alright, so we're gonna get a giant belt, and then we're gonna work on our boots. So all this health is gonna give you a lot more AP. I'm gonna ult him in his ult. And I could have disabled his ult, by the way. But I wanted to test how strong Exhaust and Ignite is. And I gotta tell you, like, it really reduces his damage a lot. Even in his ult. When he ults you, he doesn't do as much damage if you use Exhaust. So it's kind of cool. Alright, double belts. Now we got Swifties. I always go Swifties on a bear. I think movement is very important, especially when you're going to play this big bear play style, like Heartsteel. You feel kind of slow, right? Kind of like sluggish or whatever you want to call it. Swifties is going to really help you. Might as well help with this dragon. That's another thing, is once you get Heartsteel, you want to show up for objectives, you want to start getting stacks. And when it's down, you know. Unfortunately, we didn't get the rift. But we got the rift, we can end the game with the amount of health that we have. The Maulish is pretty strong right now.
An enemy has been slain.
And bot lane's pushing top, so I might as well help them out. Get this second top tower. Game's going pretty fast, but we're able to still see how Exhaust and Ignite can perform. And I have beaten Jax in counter matchups with this kind of playstyle. Yordle Swagons and Bear King, I believe they had a much easier time playing into a Jax matchup using these summoner spells, specifically with Nimbus Cloak though. Doesn't work without it. I mean, it might, but you really need that boost of movement. And the funny thing is you would think Flash and Ghost would be enough, but it's not quite enough because, like, I've taken Ghost, Nimbus Cloak into a Kale matchup, and I just cannot catch her. With Flash, I have a bit of a chance, but even then, she'll just like ult or flash away, right? But with Exhaust and Ignite, it's on a different level, and I can't explain it. And I also feel useful in team fights, reducing the enemy's damage, so my team can survive a little bit more. And I don't know, just overall, I think it's better. Got a bit special here. Might have to back out of here. Might have to fight here. Rylai's is on me. Oh my god. Double. Triple. Quadra. There we go. That was worth it. And that's pretty much for top lane. You can use this to help you with your early game levels and early pressure. And even, you know, if you get ganked, you can just exhaust them and get a boost of movement speed. So, uh-oh. I think the minions end. Alright, well that's that. Now we're moving on to jungle gameplay. Show you guys how this works in jungle. And I use the same runes in the jungle. It's all about scaling Volibear, giving him more health into the late game. More health with these items means more damage. It's kind of like Skarner. Skarner is the same thing. And I believe Skarner goes Heartsteel. We're going Smite and Exhaust in the jungle, and believe it or not, it really helps. So we're just going to do a full clear, and that's another thing with jungle, always full clear. So you're going to see a lot of that this game, and I'm going to show you right now. So right now I'm full clearing by at least 3 minutes and 30 seconds. You got to be by the Scuttle Crab right here right now just spawned. So you got to be able to get that. I know I could have helped top, but I would rather be ahead in CS and get my XP and my levels and all that. Alright, so we got a gank here. I'm going to show you the exhaust strategy. The flash. It guarantees the E land there. I could have used it sooner to guarantee that E a little bit more, but that's the concept around it. So we're going to pick up this second crab, and then we're going to go back to full clear. Use Smite to make it faster. We're not getting objectives yet. Dragon's coming up, but my focus is to get level 6 before Grubbies. That's my goal. Alright, so what I like to do, I like to wait for this little guy. It might take a little bit of time, but it's worth it, because this is how you get to level 6. And there you go, and we're going to go back and buy. And same thing, we're going to focus on the Rift Maker. Go back to full clear. I'm actually gonna ignore the raptors and just focus on getting the grubbies. The grubs and rift and baron are huge on Volibear. Obviously, we do want to get some dragons and, you know, make sure we get soul and stuff like that, but these are critical on Volibear. This gives you a higher chance of winning the game. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can go to dragon. I don't know if we can. I don't see bot lane. Yeah, I'm just gonna forget about it and go back to full clear now. Finish where we left off on a full clear. Get these chickens real quick. Alright. Might have that because I want to be able to help out top lane and use exhaust on Silas. Which means he does less damage. And then we're going to ult. There we go. And then at this level, like a level 8, I usually start helping with the push. Because we want to be able to get first tower. So use Demolish. So we're just going to get 2 plates here. And that's good enough, and I just back off. And this helps me, you know, snowball. It gets a little bit more gold. You know, you earned it, you ganked, you helped out. You know, you should have the right to push up and get some gold. Otherwise, like a lot of the times, nobody really gets any of the plates. You know, they just keep playing until they expire. So you might as well, you know, take as much gold as you can. At level 8, I would say is reasonable. Early at levels, I would, you know, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's trying to take my stuff, so we're just going to try to see if we can run this guy down. But, my 80 carry died, so I'm just going to have to back off. So you can see already, I'm fighting 3, and I'm fairly tanky. Go back to full clear. Alright, I'm gonna run over here and get my red buff. And we'll go back and buy. We got a dragon coming up, so I'm going to try to go for that. Get boots first, because it's very important to be fast in the jungle. Top lane, I'd probably hold off on the boots, depending on the situation. But the jungle, you always want to be fast. Alright, see if we can make something happen here. Got Silas coming in. We're going to stop him. We got Cassante here, so we might be able to get this dragon. I don't think they're going to be able to fight 2 tanky bad boys. Ain't gonna be able to do anything to us. And I have my sums up. I have Smite, I have Exhaust. So right here is when I should have Exhaust. I Exhaust kind of late. I'm still getting used to it. So it takes some time, you know, to know when to use Exhaust. That's the key. So using it earlier, right? I need to use it with my E to guarantee to eat a land. Or I could have used it on Zed right after Pantheon, and maybe we would be able to get it. But you know, a learning experience, and you know, practice makes perfect. So we know for future reference is to always use exhaust with the E so they don't flash out of it, or if they do flash out of it, they're not going to be able to go very far, and you can just boost right up to them, get your second bite off. But exhaust is going to be extremely helpful later in team fights too, is when you need to get to the back line and kill, like, I don't know, like a Smolder, for example. Like that guy, that Cassante is trying to kill, Smolder. And that guy in the late game, he does a lot of damage, right? You want to be able to go in there and exhaust him, reduce his damage, and, you know, kill him as fast as you can. Alright, use Demolish on this. And we're going to get the Rip. Because once we get this is the key right here. You get this, you're going to open your chances of winning the game. All you have to do is open up a lane. Open up a lane, and you can possibly end after one team fight. So we're going to get Giant's Belt, Meta Giant's Belt, and might as well get the Bracer. Now with that, we got a lot of damage, we got a lot of health. A bite hurts like hell. So in the jungle, I go like 2 points in everything, and then I max Q. Once I max Q, I max W, and then I start maxing E. So this is the moment right here. We're going all in here, and we're going to use the rest. I'm going to back up a little bit, and then we'll drop the Rip while Cassante goes in. Boom. And we got Dragon coming up, so it's perfect timing to have all this pressure on the map. Got mid lane taking top lane tower. I'm going to swing around and try to stop these guys from killing my team. There we go. Alright, that's good enough. I say we get Dragon off this. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can stop what's happening in the bot lane here. I don't know if I can. Looks like there's too many. Casante's actually teleporting, so maybe.
See the way they scramble like baby armadillos.
Trying to back them off. Alright, now we can... Might be able to dive this. Alright, that's good enough. I'm gonna get out. Time to buy. Kind of overstaying at this point. Got Heartsteel. I had a Heartsteel a long time ago, but a lot was happening. So anyway, we got this, and we can start stacking. And now more giant belts. There we go. We got that objective. And we'll go back to full clear. We got some action up here. Use the exhaust. Run him down. I got Smite coming up, so I can slow another target if I want to. And get a Nimbus boost on Smolder. We might be able to end.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed
Uh-oh. Maybe not. Yeah, I kind of overstayed here. That's fine. At least we got some hard skill stuff. Oh, I'll take them with me. That's 360 gold right there. Now we got Warmog. Now with Warmog, we can actually go in and out of fights. So we can go in, deal damage, walk out, regenerate. Just a matter of getting used to that. Because sometimes I have a habit of going all in, and I need to like slow it down a little bit and just deal damage, go back, get my health back up, and then make it even harder for them to go back in. Basically, what I need to get better at. I'm trying to see if I can get over here. I don't know if I can get there in time. The time pages is fast. We're still gonna run these guys down though. I didn't get the shield. They're gonna ult, get the proc. Alright, it's not bad though. Alright, we got Baron. But I see Silas walking over, so I'm gonna see if I can kill him first before we do it. Or we can just end off this. Got the exhaust. He ain't going nowhere. Alright, got my smite. My smolder. Got my boost. Here we go. That's the end of the game right there. And I can just regenerate as we walk up to the tower.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
And we're gonna hit another bear special. And that was jungle. I was pretty fed that game. Got a lot of assists. Rarely ever died. Exhaust is coming in handy with Nimbus. It's the key. It's the new meta. Ailo is using it. I'm starting to use it. I like it a lot. Again, I've always used Nimbus, so it's super good. 10 kills, 2 deaths, 12 assists. Hey, I'm pretty happy with this. The damage is up there. The tower damage is up there. The objectives is up there. I mean, what more can you want? And look at this. Even second win is pretty good. The second win is good because you're always getting poked. And in between your W timer, you get your bite off, you're healing, right? So when you're walking, waiting for your W, you're healing during that time. So, it's super good. And overgrowth, you get like another item worth. I feel like I get it more in the top lane because, I'm getting a lot more farm in the top lane. But it works either way in the jungle or, top lane. And the Nimbus, you can see how many times we've used it. Use it quite a bit in the jungle because you got Smite. Gathering Storm, adding more damage to, an already scaling Riftmaker off HP. Uh-oh, got a friend request. I wonder who this is. Who is this guy? Take a look. I don't know who this is. Hold up. Let me check the match history. Oh, this the Thresh. The enemies the enemy Thresh. I don't know. Should I add him? Should I add him? I don't know if I should. Should I see what he what he wants to tell me, or what is he gonna say something bad, or is he gonna? Well, why would he add me? Is he mad at me? Let's find out. Let's find out. See what he has to say. Thank you for humbling my jungle. Who the fuck? Go Silas into Volley with Dark Harvest. I don't know. Honestly, I can't judge because, like, I don't know much about that matchup. But hey, I don't know about you. Exhaust is pretty OP with Nimbus. Give it a try. High elo Volibear players are using it. Abuse it while you can. And honestly, try my build. The Shrinebreaker Volibear. Go big. Be the big bear. Don't forget. Take that health pot.